Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Romulans, Klingons, and any other life form that's out there. I have returned from the great beyond. So, welcome back to everyone, first of all. I do apologize, I have been away. Unfortunately, there's been family stuff, which has been quite heartbreaking, that has been taking precedence. And I've been finally able to fix a lot of the problems that I had with Windows 10. I've done a complete wipe, and I'm back in the game. And actually, I have just, as of recording this, reinstalled all this. So a big thanks to Iris Trekkie, mate. Here we are, a few years later, and I am still using your lovely tutorial video. So I just want to say thank you for that. But getting back to Star Trek Online. So a few days ago, big news was announced that we are going to have the Agents of Yesterday expansion. Now, a lot of people have been confused, but since that time, Al Oliveira on Priority One podcast, which is here, the episode's here, the full interview can be downloaded just here. We've got a few answers. So, first of all, the TOS era of Federation is actually an own faction. Now, he said at some point it will be similar, and we'll be able to join up with another faction. Whether that is just Federation or Klingons, we don't know yet. We will be getting more information on that time, but I can't really see them joining the Klingons. Let's face it, the Federation do really, really well. And also this pack, a lot of people had a lot of other questions about, which he actually answers. And I do encourage you guys to listen to P1. They do a really good quality podcast, and even if you don't play the game, they've got some really good other Trekkie stuff there that you can just listen to. So we've got some more information on the pack, and I guess it would be 1 day ago, my time, we got this. And that is, we already knew that Chekhov and Scotty's son from real life would be going to guest star, but now we know that Daniels is also going to be in the game, with Matthew reprising his role. So, man, I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to say I'm really excited. I know that a lot of people have always wanted the Tulsa ships, and we're getting that. We're actually getting them as our own faction. And that's very exciting. But the fact that they're bringing in Chekhov and they're bringing in kind of Scotty, and now that we've got Matthew coming in as well as Daniels, I've never been more excited for the game. But getting to this pack, there's a few other things we know from it. So, as you can see, there is a Tier 1 Constitution. We don't know if you already have the pack or already have a Constitution, whether you can get the pack. It's not that clear. But you got a Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, and they're all the TOS era ships. Now, though, it might be some of them, like these ones, the last three, they're cryptics ones. But what people didn't know was these temporal ships, and they all just thought it was Federation. They're all in the style of the Enterprise J, these four. But these actually correspond with the TOS ships, and we know from Al and also Reddit that you'll be able to use the TOS skins on these Tier 6 ships, right? So they can look like other TOS ships, which is fantastic. So people now can have their TOS era ships, not just the Enterprise. Now, you may notice that there's 4 here, but there are 5 ships. So the Constitution isn't included. Now, Al could not confirm or deny, but there is a hint. There is, another ship. Um, or they just can't talk about it and it won't be in this pack. I think that's because everyone knows that they want a tier 6 version of the Enterprise, and people will pay a lot of money for that separately. Now, these last two, the Temporal Multi-Mission Science Vessel, Eternal, and the Temporal Raider, they are also cross-faction. So it can be used by all factions, and they've actually added this, and they didn't actually have this when it was first published, but they can all be used by all factions. So we there's lots of great things coming out with this expansion. I definitely do want to get one. I just have to wait till I've got a bit of money coming in because the exchange rate for Australia and US is always a bit fiddly. Um, but I mean that's some great news. So the fact that we've got three voice talents already, more on the way of what they've talked about, and we're having a TOS faction with TOS era ships, which we'll be able to use, on STFs and everything else. So that it gets me pretty excited. But I mean, I just wanted to know what you guys thought, because there's like so much that you know we know it's coming out in summer. We know that it's going to be a long time away. Um, but a TOS faction uh, sounds really, really, really good to me. And let's face it, as much as I love Klingons, I know I'm in the very small majority, and everyone else loves the Federation, and that's what people play, and that's fine. They've got a lot more ships, they've got a lot more cool stuff. Um, I'm not 100% happy in the sense of they're not getting much love, but at least we're getting a few new ships that we can use, all factions. Um, and yeah, I mean, what can you say to that? It's a bit disappointing, but we'll see. We'll see. It's coming out in winter, or summer for everyone else. Winter in Australia, which is could be 8 to 10 weeks away. There is a date known by Cryptic, but only by Cryptic. There is no announcements, but they say it's going to be out before the summer event. And we'll have a few weeks before the summer event will drop. Um, so yeah, there's going to be some great stuff. And if we're going to have more news, like Daniels, sorry, is coming to STO, I'm pretty excited about it. Just because I know Enterprise isn't everyone's favorite, but it's the 50th anniversary. I think we should be able to do something special. And going back to the TOS era, of where everything started, bringing the Temporal Cold War, I think is the logical place, and it lets us do a little bit of things. So we do know that there's going to be three major factions, at least with the TOS era, that they'll be fighting, which will be Mirror Universe, as well as the Nakul, and what's the other one? The Krenim. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, look, guys, tell me what you guys think. I will link both of these things uh, in the description, or the doobly-doo, whatever you want to call it. But look, I am definitely going to give a shout out to Priority One podcast here. It's episode 269. Agents of Yesterday with Al Olvera is the interview. Look, definitely have a listen to it. It's well worth your time. And the guys at P1 do a great, great, great job. So yeah, tell me what you think. Are you guys excited about TOS faction? Is there anyone else you'd like to see who I will say is alive? So unfortunately, that doesn't include the cast members that have passed away. But if there is anyone you would like to see in game that you want to interact with this TOS faction, or anyone else, from time traveling experience, I guess you'd say, like Daniels or Archer or anyone else like that, you'd like to come across in the game, let me know. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's talk about it because um, I'm just, oh man, I've been so excited. I've been holding this in for days. I've been trying to get my computer to work, uh, and it hasn't been. But here we are. I'm finally recording it. So look, tell me what you think, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.